All right. This is Mrs. Petty, and I'm going to explain to you how you get the answers for the quiz that you've just taken. Number 1, it says the distance from Jane's apartment to her mom's house is 3,200 miles. What is the number expressed in scientific notation? If you look to see what I have done, I am trying to get 3,200 into a decimal and whole number that's between 1 and 9. So to do that, I'm going to move the decimal over to the left to the ones, tens, hundredths. After the hundredths place, I'm going to put my new decimal. When I've done that, I've created 3 and 2/10. 3 and 2/10 now is between 1 and 9. We need it to be between 1 and 9, so 32 hundredths could not be an option, and 32 wholes would not be an option. If you look at A, 32 hundredths is part of A, so I can mark that out. B has -3. It is not -3 because our standard form number that we started with is a large number. When it's a large number and it's not a small number with a decimal, then it would be positive or just an exponent without a negative. So we can mark out answer choice B. We're left with C and D. To figure out if it is going to have an exponent with 2 or an exponent with 3, we have to count the number of place values that we moved, or our jumps. 1, 2, 3 jumps. Because we moved 3 jumps, we moved 3 place values, and our exponent is 3. So D is the correct answer. Now let's move on to number 2. You're trying to figure out which number is between these two numbers. These two numbers are in scientific notation. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put these numbers into standard form, and then we will compare them. If you look at 5 and 21 hundredths, the exponent is -4. So when we see negative, we're going to get a small number. Our number is going to have decimals, and we're going to have nothing in the whole value, whole place value, or the ones place. Okay, so we're going to take and move our decimal to the left. If we moved it to the right, we would create a larger number. So if we move it to the left, we're going to get a smaller number. So like we said, our exponent tells us how many place values to move the decimal, and this is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put my decimal in the correct place, and I'm going to fill my cloud bubbles in, or my place values in, with zeros. Our new number is 0, 0, 0, 5, 2. Let's say that. We have the tenths, the hundredths, the thousandths, the 10,000ths, the 100,000ths, and the, what is it? Let's try it again. Tenths, I'm doing this to trick you, hopefully you'll know by now. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths. What comes next? 10,000,000ths. Okay. Now we're going to look at the next number. Yes, you can go ahead and laugh at me. I'm sure they are. Okay, so we have 6 and 44 hundredths. Our exponent is 3. So it's -3. So again, we want to create a small number. So when we want to create a small number, we're going to move the decimal to the left, because if we move it to the right, we create a whole number, and we create a number that's larger than 1. So 1, 2, 3. I put my decimal, and I hold my clouds, or my place values, with zeros. Now, when I write this number, I am going to line it up with the number that I've just written. Okay? So I put my decimal here because it matches. I put 0, 0. Now, instead of putting another 0, I put a 6. 6, 4, 4. At the end, there's nothing there. But in the previous number, there was a 1. What do? Anyone know? What do you do? Oh, yes, we can hold a place value. So we're going to put 0 to hold that place value. Now if we compare the numbers, we have 521 and we have 6,440. We are trying to find a number that is between these two numbers. So now let's go back to our answer choices. And we have 819. If we look, and if we lined up 819, this would be so much bigger. Okay. So now let's look at B. We're going to line them up 0, 8, 1, 9. Again, if we filled these answer choices in with zeros to hold our place value, this number would actually be 819,000. If we lined up these and we filled it in 1, 2, 3, then it would be, let's see, this one goes, this one, 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 this one. It would be 81,900. Okay, so 81,000 is much bigger than 6,440. So now let's go to the next one. And we have 00819. Okay, you see all I'm doing is writing the numbers in the answer choices and I'm comparing them by lining up the place value with each other. And I'm filling in the zeros at the end. So now this number is 8,190. Again, 8,190 is still bigger than 6,400. So the last one, if we were to line them up, we would get 0, 0, 8, 0, 0, 0, 8, 1, 9. And if we looked, this would be 819, because we do not have to fill any zeros in, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 place values, and in every number we have compared, there are 6 place values. So 819 does fall between 521 and 6,440. So D is our answer. Let's look at number 3. Miss Petty is making an answer key and needs to put the following list in order from least to greatest. How will Miss Petty order the numbers? Okay, so what I have to do is the same thing. I have to take the numbers and I have to make them actual numbers into standard form. Then I will compare the standard form and make that list from least to greatest. So 2 3/10 to the 4th power, or times 10 to the 4th power, is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3, and I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 zeros. So my answer is 23,000. Okay, the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 8, 9, 5, and I'm adding 2 zeros. I have 89,500. The next one, 1, 2, 3, so I'm adding 2 zeros. 6400, which is 6,400. The next one, 1, 2, oh, I don't have to add any zeros. Why do I not have to have any zeros? Well, if I was in the classroom, y'all would know. Hopefully you know, because you have nowhere to hold the place value, because there is not any place value jumps that had nothing. So you didn't have to hold the place value, because 4 and 12 hundredths, if you move it 2 place values over, the decimal will end right behind the 2, which will make 412. And the last one, I'm going to move my place value 3, 1, 2, 3, 8, 3, 1, 2, 8,300. So now I'm going to compare these numbers from least to greatest. This one's the smallest, 412, so it goes first. Then 6,400 second. Then 8,300 is